What's up guys, it's Rahil, and today we're going to be taking a look at the ultimate Bluetooth adapter for the Switch. Now before we get started, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more informative tech reviews like these. I also do music covers, hence the music part of my channel name, but most of the channel is tech reviews. I know it's a weird combination, which is the two things I love. Now I know I don't show my face in these videos and instead I show gameplay, but in this day and age, as long as the video is informative, it doesn't really matter. A lot of people in fact do reviews and discussion videos and they show gameplay instead of showing their face. Anyways, let's get started. The Switch accessory we're looking at today is the HomeSpot Pro. Now full disclosure, I didn't pay for this product. I actually wanted this in a giveaway from Time Like Gaming, and I will link his review down in the description. I just felt like it was important for me to let you guys know that I didn't pay for it. Anyways, the HomeSpot Pro isn't like the other Bluetooth adapters for the Switch. Other Bluetooth adapters are obviously made to let you connect Bluetooth headphones to the console, because it doesn't have Bluetooth for some reason, and some let you connect multiple pairs of headphones. The HomeSpot Pro lets you not only connect a pair of headphones, but also allows you to connect your phone. This adapter is made to allow you to use voice chat on the Nintendo Switch without a whole mess of cables. Now, if you don't know the problem with voice chat on the Switch, basically the Switch doesn't have voice chat built into it. Instead, you need to use the Nintendo Switch Online app for voice chat for first-party games. It's essentially like Xbox and PS4 party chat. Most third-party games like Fortnite allow you to use voice chat on the console itself, but again, in-game console chat is trash, and most people like to use a third-party app such as Discord for crossplay. Previously, the only solution for this problem was the Hori Splatoon headset, which you had a big mess of cables to deal with. There was one going from your phone, one going to the Switch, and the little mixer, and then going to your headphones. There was also the SteelSeries Arctis 3 Bluetooth, which allowed you to use Bluetooth for your phone and a cable for your Switch, but the cable was very short, and you still had to buy a headset. You couldn't use like your Astro A50s or whatever. The HomeSpot Pro connects your Switch via USB and connects your phone through Bluetooth. It then connects both streams into one and lets you use any pair of Bluetooth headphones you want. So if you have a pair of like Sony's, Bose, Beats if you want, then you can use those. This is amazing because everything is wireless and you can easily chat with your friends while playing a first-party game like Splatoon and Mario Kart. In the box, you get the HomeSpot Pro, a pouch which contains a dock adapter, and some documentation. The HomeSpot Pro has two buttons. The button on the left is a TX button. This button is the one that actually connects to your headphones. The second button is the RX button. This button is the one that connects to, you guessed it, your phone. On top of the adapter is a USB-C connector to connect to your Switch, and on the bottom are a set of two volume buttons. The set on the left adjusts the overall volume of both mixes. The set on the right is actually a game voice balance mixer. The plus increases the game audio while the minus increases phone audio. Also on the bottom is a built-in mic. Yes, the HomeSpot is using a mic built into it and not your headphones mic. That means if you're in dock mode, you need to be close enough for the mic to pick up your voice. In fact, according to the spec sheet, it can pick up your voice up to 1 meter or a little over 3 feet. But not using your headphones mic is actually a good thing. See, when you use both the mic and speakers with Bluetooth headphones, you enter what's called HFP mode, which stands for hands-free phone. This essentially allows you to use two-way communication between the phone and headphone, but when entering HFP mode, it actually degrades the quality to compensate for the two-way communication due to the limited bandwidth of Bluetooth. This is why calls sound worse than just listening to music on your phone or tablet. If HomeSpot made you use the headphones mic, then you would get worse audio quality and potentially could ruin your game experience because you couldn't hear certain things. So I'm glad HomeSpot actually integrated a mic into the Pro. So I've been talking about the pros, now let's get into the cons. First, I don't like how thick the HomeSpot Pro is. Sure, it's really short and it doesn't stick out as much, but it makes it really weird to put it in a small pocket of the bag. It doesn't even fit in the pouch that came with the dock adapter. If they made it longer but thinner, then it could slip in much easier. Second, I tested these out with two pairs of headphones. With my Tautronics headphones, the EQ won't turn on when I hit the play pause button. I need to hit the volume button to work. Now this isn't a big issue right now because obviously the app isn't out yet, but I just wanted to point that out. That could happen with some over-the-ear headphones. My Galaxy Buds, the volume buttons that control the overall volume on the HomeSpot just doesn't work. When I try to raise and lower the overall volume, the HomeSpot disconnects and reconnects for a second. The only way for me to decrease the overall volume is through my Switch and my phone's volume buttons. I don't know why this is. I've done a factory reset multiple times. I do hope HomeSpot will make an update that fixes this when they release their app. It doesn't bother me a lot though because I don't really use my Galaxy Buds at home, and it's not like we can go anywhere. I don't like how the buttons on the HomeSpot Pro work. You use the TX button to mute your mic and the RX button to play and pause music from your phone or to answer your calls. The problem is when the LEDs are dim, to let them up again, you press the TX or RX button. This means to play pause or to mute your mic, you need to click either button twice. This can get annoying if you mute your mic until you speak, or your parents come in and keep asking you questions. And finally, I wish the HomeSpot Pro had faster charging so you could play for hours. I have an original launch switch with very low battery life, so I'd appreciate it if it had a USB port for charging. Now if there's a feature that you wish was with the HomeSpot Pro, like 2 headphone connection and faster charging, here are some other Bluetooth adapters. First, the Genki Bluetooth adapter. I actually have this adapter, so I can tell you from experience it's really good. The Genki allows you to connect up to 2 pairs of headphones, unlike the one on the HomeSpot. The Genki also offers pass-through charging, so you can play for longer if your Switch dies on a car or plane ride. Now, many of you may notice that the Genki is taller than the HomeSpot, but this means it can be thinner and slip into a pocket much more easily. One thing the Genki lacks is a built-in mic. Previously, the Genki and other adapters relied on a boom mic that plugged into the Switch's headphone jack, but Nintendo rendered those useless. You can still use those mics with something like the PS4 or computer alongside the Genki, but on the Switch it doesn't work. The Genki does let you use your headphones built-in mic though, so if you're playing a game with native voice chat, you can still talk to your teammates, although this will enter HFP mode as we talked about earlier. Another adapter is HomeSpot's own regular Bluetooth adapter. This has 2-pair connection and a built-in mic, but no pass-through charging. Like the Pro, it's shorter but thicker, and you won't enter HFP mode when using the mic. Next, there are 2 adapters from the company GuliKit, the GuliKit Route Plus and the GuliKit Route Air. The GuliKit Route Plus is very thick and sticks out a lot, but it has pass-through charging. It also has an extended USB-C connector, which means it's compatible with cases. Sadly, those are the only 2 good features of the Route Plus. The cons are it uses Bluetooth 3.0 and only has 1 connection. Next is the Route Air. The Route Air is the thinnest Bluetooth adapter to exist and allows for 2 connections. Sadly, it still uses Bluetooth 3.0, doesn't even have pass-through charging, and doesn't have the USB-C extended. Next are Bluetooth headphone jack adapters. These adapters connect into the headphone jack of your Switch, which means they can work with any device as long as it has a 3.5mm jack. But because the headphone jack can't output enough power, these devices need to be charged, but they're great for the versatility that they can offer. I really think that you should get both the HomeSpot Pro and another adapter if you can afford it. I would recommend the Genki because it has a 2-pair connection, pass-through charging, and if you're a pinch, you can use a headphone mic for native chat. Now if you want a cheaper alternative or one that lets you connect to a pair of wired headphones, Bionic Gaming is actually making an adapter called the Chat Mixer. This adapter plugs into the headphone jack rather than the USB port and lets you use wired headphones. It'll still connect your phone through Bluetooth so you don't have a mess of cables. This is essentially the Arctis 3 Bluetooth from SteelSeries. This just lets you use any headset you have, so if you have a pair of Astros, HyperX, Razer headphones, whatever, you can use those. But since it plugs into the headphone jack, you will need to charge it like we talked about earlier. But this trade-off allows you to use with the PS4 and Xbox One if you use an app such as Discord. If you want to use your existing wired headphones, wait for the Chat Mixer to come out. If you want to use your wireless headphones, go for the HomeSpot Pro. If you are looking for a new headset altogether, get the Arctis 3 Bluetooth. In the end, I do recommend the HomeSpot Pro for anyone that has a Switch. I also recommend picking up the Genki for the 2-pair connection and pass-through charging. If you don't care about pass-through charging, then I do recommend picking up the regular HomeSpot. Again, there are other alternatives to the problem, but please do not get this Bluetooth headset. It's cheap and sounds really bad. Anyways guys, that's all for this video. If you really enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.